Hello students, I am Mrs. Vaishali Dafle. I will be teaching maths for standard 6. Okay. Now look at the board. I am drawing some shapes on the board. You have to identify which shapes they are. Okay. Now see here. Look at the shapes. Which shapes are they? First, it is square. This is circle. It is triangle and it is rectangle. You are very well known about these shapes: square, circle, triangle, rectangle. But the study of these shapes and the properties of the shapes is called geometry. And to know very good or well for geometry, we have to learn today basic concepts of geometry. The first point in the basic concepts of geometry is point. Okay. Now, in a fine sharp dot is called a point in maths, in geometry. See, this is a fine sharp. We can use pencil, pen to draw a fine and sharp dot. It is called point in maths. The point is denoted by the capital alphabet like P or A, T, like that. We can use any capital alphabet, capital letter of the alphabet from A to Z. Okay. Now here see, point means what? A very fine sharp dot is called point. To denote the point, we are using the capital letters of the alphabets. We can use any capital letters of the alphabet. Here in the picture, it is read as point P, point A, point T. Okay. Here, now the second point is line segment, segments and lines. Okay. The second point is line, segments and line. Now here in the previous here we see about the points. Now look at the point P and point A. When we join the point P and point A with a ruler, we are getting a straight line. Yes, using a ruler, we are joining point P and point A. We are getting a straight line. That straight line is called line segment. Okay. Now, when we extend, now I am taking the letters little bit below. When we extend the points with the arrows, it goes in the opposite direction. and it is called line. It is called line. Okay. Line segment is a part of line. We can read this line as line PA or we can write the name of the line in a single small letter in the alphabet using any letter from A to Z. So, or line L. We can write the name of the line as line PA or line L. When, now I am again repeating, when the 2 points are joined by a ruler, then we are getting a line segment. We are getting a straight line, and that straight line is called line segment. And when the 2 points are extended in the opposite two direction with the arrows, it is called line. Line segment is a part of line. Here line segment is written in small form as segment PA. When we have to read a line segment, that time we have to read segment PA. But when you have to read about the line, what is line? Line is what? The line is extended, shown by the arrows and extended in the opposite direction. So it is called line, and it is read as line PA, or if you want to show by the small alphabet letter, then we can use any letter A to Z. Also here it is called also line L. This is line segment. Okay. Now the next point is ray. We are seeing the sun. In the morning the sun rises. That time the rays come out. Is the rays go back to the No. The sun rays goes in a straight single direction, in one direction. Okay. So that is called rays. And another example is also torch. When you switch on the torch, that time the lights also goes in one direction. It is not, it can't reflect again. Okay. So that is called rays. Now by the figure, if you have to draw the figure of a ray, here we have to draw in that way. PA. Now take the point P. P is the starting point. It is the origin. From P, the line goes in only one direction. So it is called ray PA. It is called ray PA. We can't read the ray as ray AP. We can't read it as ray AP because the ray start from the origin and it goes in a straight way in the one direction. It's called ray. Okay. So this is a figure of ray. First what we saw? We saw point. Point is a fine or sharp point. Dot is called point. Then line segments and lines. Line segment is a part of line. Line segment, it has two end points. Here you can see in the figure point A and point A. So point P and point A are the two end points of the line segment, and we can read and write as segment PA. Then line, it goes in two opposite direction and shown by the arrows and read as line PA, or here we can read as line AP, because here also for line segment also, sorry, 1 minute, for line segment also we can write segment PA or segment AP. In the same way here also line PA or line AP. We can read both ways, line PA or line AP. And if you want to show the line, the name for the line with a small letter, a small alphabet, then we can take line L to read and write for the line. Now, the next point is ray. How we wrote or write here, write or read here segment line in both way, PA or segment AP. Here we can't write for ray. We have to start the name of the ray from the origin to the arrow. Okay. Now see here, P is the origin, and here for behind the point A, sorry, in front of the point A, the arrow is there. So we have to read as ray PA. Understood? Now see here, I am drawing the point over here. How many lines you can draw from the point? We can take infinite lines from one single point. Now see here. We can draw infinite lines from the single point. Here, point P is called point of concurrence. Point P is called point of concurrence. An infinite line can be drawn through from a single point, and the point P is called point of concurrence. Now, observe the figure here. Here I am drawing the points. How many points are there in the figure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points are there in the figure. Now tell me, how many lines you can draw using the 2 points? Guess and join the 2 points. Yes, only one and one line we can draw using 2 points. Means one and only one line can be drawn through any 2 distinct point. Okay. Now see here, these 3 points. These 3 points. These 3 points are lies in a straight line. Okay. Now when 3 or more than 3 points lies in a straight line, then it is called collinear points. What is the definition of collinear points? When 3 or more than 3 lines are lies on a straight line, then that points are called collinear points. Understood? Now here again I am going to this figure. Look at this figure. Here I draw 8 different points, isn't it? And I ask a question, how many lines you can draw using the 2 distinct point? So we got an answer, only one and one line we can draw using the 2 distinct point. Okay. Now here collinear points. In this figure, these 3 points lies in a straight line, isn't it? So it is called collinear points. Now next is non-collinear points. Observe this figure. Here are 3 different points, 3 distinct points. Okay, the 3 points do not lie on a same line or a straight line, isn't it? So these are called non-collinear points. When the three or more, or you can say three or more than three lines which do not lie on a straight line, so it is called non-collinear points. Understood what we learn? We learn about point, line segments and lines, ray, how many lines we drawn from a single point, point of concurrence, how many lines we can draw using the two distinct points, collinear points and non-collinear points. Okay. Now the next is plane. First we see for, the plane, and then we will go to parallel line. Plane. In mathematics, the plane surface is called, in mathematics, the flat surface is called plane. Okay. Now here we can say the board is also a plane surface for us, plane for us, because we are doing the figures, points, shapes in this plane. So a board is also plane for us. What is the biggest plane? What is the biggest plane? Now here see, the arrows shows that the plane is extended in all direction. Okay, and the plane is always denoted by a capital letter in the alphabet as H. Okay, understood? I am again repeating, plane. In mathematics, a flat surface is called plane. The plane is extended in all four directions. It is shown by the arrows, and the plane is denoted by a capital letter H. Now parallel lines. Now, if you are writing on the notebooks, isn't it? We can see so many lines in the notebook. That lines, how are they? They are straight and they are parallel to each other. So, the definition for the parallel lines means what? Lines which lie in the same plane. Same plane means again we have to show the flat surface. The lines which lie in the same plane but do not intersect each other is called parallel lines. Now see here, these are the two lines. Very first I had told you that we can write the name for the line in two capital letters or one single small letter, isn't it? So here I took the small letters L and small letter M. Okay. In the same plane, the two lines lies and which do not intersect. Intersect means they are not intersecting each other like that. How we are writing the cross. It is called intersecting line. Which do not intersect each other is called parallel lines. Okay. So here we can read as line L parallel to line M, and in symbol we can write here line L parallel to line M. This two straight line in this way, two vertical lines in this way, when we are writing, this is called the symbol of the parallel line. So here we can read as line L parallel to line M. Understood? Again I am repeating you, plane and parallel line. Plane means what? In mathematics, the flat surface is called plane. It is infinitely extended in all four directions, and it is denoted by the capital letter H. And parallel lines. When the two lines are drawn in the same plane which do not intersect each other is called parallel lines. And here in symbol we can write line L parallel to line M. Understood? Okay. Now next, observe the three figures here. Now tell me which lines they are. The first figure is of intersecting. Intersecting lines. This figure is of parallel lines. Now guess, is this parallel line? No, because when the arrows goes in the universal, they are intersect each other anywhere in the plane. So this is not called parallel lines. It is also called intersecting lines. Understood? Now see what we learn. We learn about the basic concepts in the geometry. First point is point, a dot which is drawn by a sharp pencil or pen is called point. We can denote the point by capital letters. Capital letters are used to denote the point. As you saw the figure which I drawn previously on the board. Okay. After that we saw about the line segment and lines. Then we go on the ray. Then how many lines we can draw from a point? We can draw infinite lines from one single point, and the point of concurrence, that point in which all infinite lines which is drawn from a single point is called point of concurrence. Okay. After that we will learn about the collinear point and non-collinear points. Then we saw what is plane, what is parallel lines, isn't it? Now I am showing some figures. I am drawing some figures on the board. Look at the board and tell me which figures are they. Identify the figures. Okay. This is the first figure, it is second, this one is a third, fourth and 5. Look at the figure. Now, yes, the first figure is of line, correct. Line. The second figure is of ray, yes, correct, it is a ray. We have to read as ray TQ, not as ray QT, because I told you that we have to start from the origin and go to the direction where the arrow is there, okay, in one direction. Okay, so it is ray TQ. This is a figure of plane. This is a figure of parallel lines, and this is a figure of line segment. Understood? Now, using these definitions and figures, try to solve practice set 1 from the chapter 1 on page number 4 and revise the sum at home. Thank you.